Hey, good morning, everybody. June 7th, 2023. Make sure you get your signs ready and meet me. We're going to be out here, and some of you are already out here. Thank you. Keep on sharing the information. We've started a new YouTube channel. Watch How's News for You, watch How's for Justice, and watch Harley Quinn, and you're going to catch up on everything that's been happening since 2007. Maine State Police, Vermont State Police, and the latest news. June 6, 2023, Janet Mills wants to, what? Legalize prostitution? Well, maybe perhaps everybody ought to line up that likes to rape people and take turns with Janet Mills and see if she still wants to legalize prostitution. And all you politicians out here that have paid for sex, well, should I start naming you? How about the police officers? Joel Cummings of Skowhegan Police Department. I was underage. I was 17 when I got pregnant, right? Jeff Keaton, I was underage. He's not a cop, but he's a pig. My opinion, and many others' opinions. Okay, and then you have Rick Bunno, who was the chief of police, and he booted town because he was cheating on his wife, ended up in a divorce. I got Joel caught up because he was lying to me, and I was pregnant as a teen, okay, and 14 years old. I was taken into the sex trafficking ring. That's right, by the owner of a carnival, Tommy McGovern. He was from New Jersey, and he has ties to Avery Wheelock. Avery Wheelock is married into the family. Isn't that right? All mafia, most of them Masons, and all of them related back to Janet Mills. Her brother David Mills used to do dirty deeds on Smokies. Don't tell me I'm a liar. Isn't that right, Janet? How about Michael Daniels, Janet? He doesn't want to live on less than $400 a month for all the dirty deeds that him and David did for you. Is that the cocaine deals? Let me tell you something. I get information on it. John Ellis Jr. told me June 2022, and I reported it to Wilton PD as well as Maine State Police, the detective, and Dick Morrow in October of 2022 and before that. John Ellis Jr. claims to have sex with Kim when she was dead. He thought she was passing out over a drug overdose. No, wrong answer, he said. She was dead. So who moved her body? Well, he mentioned a few names, and then he told me that he had to go see Brett White because Brett White wasn't aware of what he had done with Kim Morrow. Brett White did 28 years in for murder. He now lives in Livermore Falls. Friends with Janet Mills, right? So where's my daughter, Brianna Marie Knights? Jeff Keaton, you ought to come up with some answers for that. I know you're mad at me for exposing you for having sex with your cousin when she was 12 years old, Donna McManus. I know you're mad at me because I tell the truth about you. I know you're mad at me because I wouldn't have sex with you. Okay? That's a fact, isn't it, Jeff? And then so Sergeant Charles of Wilton, Maine Police Department. Let's talk about you. Were you trying to have sex with Brianna? Is that why you were staying in contact with her incognitally? Is that why you changed your phone number? I have all of that information on Brianna's cell phone and mine too. I've shared it publicly, and I'm going to keep on sharing it with Washington, D.C. Ethan Keyes, the chief of police that took over Heidi's job. Why? Because I made sure she got out, right? Because she hid the information in 2002 case of me being raped, beat, and abused by Janet Mills' friends again. And Janet was the DA. That's why I have filed in the Board of Overseers Bar Association against Aaron Frey, Janet Mills, and the Farmington DA. Now, I have filed against Franklin County Sheriff's Department. Why? Because you got Sergeant Richards. What'd you do with that FBI report? Because I got a copy of it, 17 pages. Oh, yeah. What about the other two little boys that showed up December 9th and brought all my belongings to me? And Sergeant Richards said, I doubt that, Kim. Fuck you, bitch. I'm not a liar. And you found out different, didn't you, Sergeant Richards? Isn't that why you're running with your tail between your legs like a little fucking bitch? How many girls have you paid for sex or told them to be quiet? Same with David St. Laurent. Let's talk about you. David St. Laurent's sister was married to the lad, Tim Ladd. Tim Ladd used to beat the fuck out of her all the time. Don't call me a liar. She used to have black eyes all the time. David St. Laurent knew all about it. That was his sister. He knew about it when Timmy Ladd lit the car on fire and it blew up as she was driving down the road. He also knew that Timmy Ladd signed with her for Jake's home in Strong, the farmhouse. And it wasn't long after that, what? The day after, maybe, that she died? Imagine that, right? What about the new truck? Was it a dump truck, David St. Laurent? Tim Tyler? Is it still buried underneath those fir trees or spruce trees at Tim Tyler's garage? Out there by that storage container where you can't detect metal over metal? David St. Laurent is in charge of Safe Voices, the shelters run by Janet Mills, too, through DHHS. With that being said, ain't nothing fucking safe about that. Very discretional who gets help, right? The ones that get abused and sober like me don't get assisted, do we? Because we tell the truth. That's why you all motherfuckers out here think we're lying all the time. Well, let me tell you something. I just named a few of you. I'm going to name a few more. Dale Lancaster set up for my house to be burned, right? Gordon Obert, being with that fire department since he was 18, grew up by Dale Lancaster on the Walker Road, probably, in Norwich Walk. That's right. He's related to the Oberts in Norwich Walk. He also is known to sexually molest and assault. Now, he loves the young girls. He loves the ones that are on disability, and if they don't do what he wants, he'll make allegations against them, okay? Now, me being a young girl, I was put across the street because I was too young for him to molest, because that's when the school was coming out and asking questions. But they took my sister and my cousin Vicky. So my Aunt Laurie, my cousin Vicky, and my mother's other daughter, okay? So then you got Jeff Noyce. Jeff Noyce was having sex with Pam Taylor, probably my mother too. And he was sending text messages to my niece Tamika. She came over crying to me in New Hampshire one day about it. I saw the text messages and I reported it. Well, I know I reported back in 2007, 2008, 2009, and 2010, and right up to 2023 about the sexual abuse and underground sex trafficking in Island Pond, Vermont, Northeast Kingdom. Vincent Aluzzi likes to sentence people to psych wards, to silence them. Rutland Regional Medical Center. Now, I called there March 7th, 2023, and we had a great conversation. Me, Bree, and the lady on the other line. She didn't know about shock treatment in Rutland Regional Medical Center. I told her, if you don't know where you're working, you probably shouldn't be fucking working there. Nobody should be working at Rutland Regional Medical Center. Look it up. Look it up. Google it about shock treatment and the CIA that funds it. With that being said, my daughter's still missing. Kay McDonald from Waterville Police Department. Did you sex traffic my daughter? Did you allow those boys at 4 High Street, Apartment 3, to have their way with my daughter or something? Did they do something with my daughter? Are you doing something with my daughter's body? Where's my daughter? Did you kill my daughter? Why are you hiding the information? It was a well-being check, and everybody has the right to be safe. With that being said, Waterville Police Department got that report. They got it May 3rd, and they got it May 4th, and they got a call back on May 5th, and they declined to assist in finding missing people or do well-being checks. They're discretional, and it's all because of Janet Mills covering up all the frivolous activity. Now, with that being said, I call out the Board of Overseers of the Bar Association in Augusta, Maine. The review panel. What's the status? We're going to call and find that out, and then we're going to report it to Washington, D.C. Oh, and then, you know what else we're doing? We're talking with the news in the UK today. That's right. My family is in the UK. And I have family that are reporters straight up to fucking Congress. With that being said, I suggest you all start paying attention. Maya Blues, you got something else to say? Bring it, please. Come to my face. Anybody else? Brenda Rowell, I see that you invited yourself again after you've been blocked. That means you have caused harassment, and what you get is going to be well-deserved. So I suggest you shut your fucking mouth, too. And I ain't talking violence. I'm talking other ways. I'm just saying. So I suggest anybody else, if you got something else to say to me, you say it now. Or you come out and say it. Joel Cummings, when are you going to tell the truth about having sex with me underage? Ask your ex-wife, Dusty Burns, about her daddy. Oh, yeah, Skip Gleason, Anson Food Pantry. He was having fondling affairs with boys from Garrett Skank School, in Carabeck High School when he was a teacher, and he was a preacher, and now he works at the food pantry, Anson, Maine. Goodbye.